Hello there and welcome. Today we continue to play the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles adventure thing. Let's continue. I forgot which is it one is. Okay, judging by the time, I guess it's this one. Okay. Yes, please. Oh god, this sound scares me every damn time. Antechamber. I'm not at home, and I was kind of lazy to take out my controller, so I'm playing with mouse. Okay. Excellent work, Ryonosuke. That was superb. I know, I'm cool, am I not? My heart was in my mouth the entire time. Yeah, actually, I wouldn't be able to do it without you, so... thanks? It was almost unbelievable. I mean, looking at you there. You were drenched in sweat, your eyes popping, your knees knocking at, and you were grinding your teeth. I hate it. I hate it. Yeah. We need some calcium? It was a grim sight, but before I knew it, it started finding inconsistencies in the testimonies. I did a good job, I guess. I think you might have a natural talent for being a lawyer. Yeah, I've just played a bunch of Ace Attorney games before. Even though, that was, a very first part of the first trial, and I already had a problem at some point. I'm kind of concerned about that. Okay. I hope my bones are, restarting now. Forget it! It's terrifying! If I get through this, I don't ever want to see the inside of the courtroom again. Dude, you're the main character of this short series, and... yeah, I bet you will come back to it. Anyway, it looks like we have exposed your phantom lady at last. Not really? I mean, we already have her name? Because I was what? Miss Jessalyn Brad, student from Great Britain, is she? That's what I was trying to tell everyone from the start. Well, you didn't know her name. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone. I was told that his original name in original Japanese version is actually Watson. So it's like Dr. Watson. Okay. There was a young woman with him. It's like I've been saying all along. Yeah, no one was listening, assholes. Yes, you have, haven't you? I might not be overly confident in the courtroom, but my powers of observation are one thing I'm sure of. I wish I could be sure of anything in my life, because there's nothing I'm really sure of. Yeah, I may say, I can tell that I'm sure of things, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, am I really? Am I? And I will start sweating like poor Ryonosuke. But I will still bluff my way through it. Probably not very persuasive though. Yes, I can see that. So, about this young gentlewoman. I didn't know gentlewoman is a word. Thanks to our detective friend, she was hastily escorted away from the scene, it seems. Did you see what happened with that? What? No, I didn't see any of it. I guess I was too busy with the guy being dead. I was just on my way out of the restaurant myself. Then on the floor next to Dr. Wilson's table, I noticed there was a gun lying on the floor. And just after I bent down and picked it up, bang! I didn't have time to think about where the sound of the gunshot had come from. The waiter ran over to me, looking as white as a sheet, and he bundled me into some sort of small pantry next to the kitchen. Bundled me into some sort of small pantry? Why? Fast thinking by the detective, he apprehended his suspect without a moment's delay. Right, he was a detective. I forgot about that. Yes, and because I was shut in the pantry, I have no idea what happened outside in the dining area. So that was easy to put the blame on him. There you are. Well done, both of you. The teacher, think. Is this lady again? I assume she will be helping us in the next cases because she's on the cover. She was on the costumes menu, so yeah. Professor Mikotoba. Well, it seems I was right. The pair of you make an outstanding team. You have exceeded my expectations, I have to say. Yes. Yes. Okay. It seems you planned this from the start. I told you this guy is suspicious. You arranged things so that I wouldn't be able to act as a lawyer in this trial. Our modern country is still in its infancy. Our justice system even more so, which is why I firmly believe that we need to send our highest young stars overseas to learn what all they can. I wanted to avoid a situation that may have resulted in your study tour to Great Britain being cancelled. Well, it makes no difference. Lawyer or otherwise, if I'm the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the worst crisis of his life, I shouldn't waste everyone's time by going to study overseas anyway. What? What are you saying, Kazuma? What a man. He's not even a man yet. Wait, isn't he 20-something? Wait, we should check. So that's your stance. I was afraid you'd feel that way. Kazuma! Well then, it looks like it all comes down to you, young man. Don't look at me, I'm all stressed already. Enough. To me? Yes, you need to prove your innocence and uncover what really took place in that restaurant. I must say, I very much want to know the truth. After all, I have a personal connection to this case. Come to think of it, he said the same thing earlier this morning, didn't he? If you don't mind me asking, Professor, did you know the victim? Yes, I did. As you are probably aware, Dr. John H. Wilson was a visiting professor at UMA, and it was I who invited him. Oh, I see. I didn't know that before. Anyway, you're about to go into battle. The victim was a university professor from Great Britain and well-known one at that. And well-known. Naturally, our government is looking to identify and punish the culprit as quickly as possible. But let's not forget who we're going up against. The gentlewoman whose involvement our police, whose involvement our police bureau went to extraordinary length to hide. Okay. Yes, and I'm sure the prosecution will be using every tool at their disposal to quash your case. Quash. But I have no doubt that you were a pair. We'll put up a good fight right to the last. I hope so. I'm gonna try my best, but yeah, best of luck. Thank you. I need luck. Now then, I need you to run an errand at the university at once. There's something I think we may need. Of course. Good luck, Kazuma-sama. Defendant Naruhodo. Recess is over. Please make your way back inside the courtroom at once. It's time. Let's get back to it, partner. Let's go in there and deal a decisive blow before those old fossils know what's hit them. Is it even legal to bring a sword to the courtroom? I mean, I guess their law stuff is still developing, but okay. I mean, even in the actual Ace Attorney series, some people brought some dangerous stuff to the court, so why am I even asking? What? Thank you. Really? What for? Well, if you hadn't said you believed me, then I'm fairly sure I'd already have been found guilty by now. True. I was ready to actually give up at some point, right? Look, I have faith in you. As a lawyer and as a friend. Coming from you, that means a lot. If I'm found guilty in this trial, he's really going to give up on his dream of studying abroad. That's the kind of the true friend he is. That's amazing. So this isn't just my battle anymore. What was that? Huh? It looks like it's glitching. I don't know if you can see. I guess my father's laptop is not like this game is too hard for it. Whoever we are up against, we absolutely can't afford to lose. Alright then, I'll save the thank yours for later after the trial. You can treat me to one of those sukiyaki meals I like from Yume Cafeteria on University Street. With an extra large portion, of course. I mean, come on, that's you're gonna save my life, so I can buy you lots of those, I guess. The court hereby resumes the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Prosecutor Auchi, have you managed to subpoena the witness? What is that word? Yes, Your Excellency, against all odds. And thanks to a certain young stripling, the prosecution is now under rather painful scrutiny from the government. Sorry for trying to save my life? Let the government scrutinize. That's their job. It's nothing to worry about. It's highly unlikely that the good relations we have forged with Great Britain will emerge from this trial unscathed. Will you still think it's nothing to worry about when the new treaty breaks down in our nation founder and our nation founders? Again, terribly sorry. If the friendship between our nations is really so fragile, then the treaty isn't worth the paper it's written on. You really have nothing to worry about, Ryunosuke. What do you mean? A secret trial, anxiety over some foreign government's opinions, a bungled investigation, missing witnesses. Is this what our nation's justice system is? Is this the Supreme Court of Japan or of England? Shut up! Shut up, you jumped-up rookie boy! You and your friend know nothing of the situation our nation finds itself in. By aligning ourselves with this great world power, we will become strong. Diplomacy has never been more critical. Steady political maneuvering is what will secure our futures. He's a lost. I wouldn't deny that I'm no expert. I'm just a student and one who could arguably study harder too. But standing here now in our Supreme Court, there is one thing that I feel very strongly. A country that fails to uphold the truth in its justice system is a country with no future at all. So damn true, dude. This hits right in feels. I can't. No, seriously, I'm gonna cry. I wish our lawyers thought the same way. And just everyone in the law system. Well said, Ryunosuke, despite the wide-eyed look of terror. No, he just wants to shit or something. Thank you, Counsel. This court is the pinnacle of our nation's justice system and exists solely on the pursuance of truth. With that in mind, this trial will now resume with the next witness taking the stand. The visiting student from Great Britain, Miss Jessalyn Brad. We can finally see her, yay! Yes. Your Excellency! What? Ooh, okay. What's wrong with him? Wow, what a hat. She's not even alone. Okay. Oh well. Wow, that was a nice animation, by the way. I like that move. Well, what a delight it is to welcome such a fine gentlewoman to Japan. And from such a distant land. Tea! Someone bring English tea. In England, no discussions take place without tea. We are in courtroom, do you realize? I mean, I guess they don't have those rooms yet. Can we have all the tea and cookies, please? While we just talk through the shit? Is that true? No idea. And so, could we possibly trouble you to state your name and occupation for the court? Of course. Wait, why are you talking? We already know you. We asked the lady, you dude. My name is Satoru Hosonaga. I have been working undercover as the head waiter. Yes, we know all about you already. Inspector Hosonaga, where are your manners? In England, it's always ladies first. Isn't it always? Like, everywhere? Ladies first? No? Okay. We only say so, but in reality, ladies first are also are only when it's about something bad. Is that true? No idea. More importantly, a little earlier today you said something to me. You said your powers of observation are the one thing you are sure of. Oh, yes? I think I did, didn't I? You think? Your observation isn't that good, I think. Yet your description of this amazing side was simply a woman. I mean, how could... yeah, but what else could he add? A crazy-looking hat woman? Sorry, Ryonosuke, but powers of observation aside, your powers of description are sorely lacking. I mean, it is a woman. What else do you want me to say? Do you want me... we didn't start describing her outfit or anything. Actually, is it really a woman? We can't really... I think I saw boobs, so... guilty. So, dear lady, once again, if we may trouble you for your name and occupation, please... Yes, boobs. Why is she hiding her face in the court? What? I assume she's speaking English while the game is Japanese. But... this is... is she a doctor? Because doctors usually have them. You can't read whatever they write. At least in Russia. I don't know if it's like universal thing, but here we all laugh about it. You can't read what they write. So I bet we won't be able to talk to her because she doesn't know Japanese. I wonder. I'm terribly sorry, dear lady, but... what? Oh, he's gonna translate stuff to us, but how can we trust him? What if he's gonna lie to us what she says? He already lied to us, so... The lady says her name is Jessalyn Brad. She comes from London, England. Of course, because only London is in England, there is no other cities. She is a visiting research student, currently enrolled in UMA University's medical faculty. Oh my! What a rare treat to hear the dulcet tones of the delightful language of the British people. I'm afraid I don't understand a word you said, but it was as beautiful as a hummingbird song. As far as I can tell. I wonder if in the original game it's also like gibberish written there, or they actually used English there. I assume they probably used gibberish too, because even if the player is is Japanese, they still can know English, and I assume we are not supposed to know whatever she's saying. The detective is translating her words faithfully enough. You know English? That's good, so I can trust him. Yes, I agree. You'll obviously do fine in England, Kazuma. Oh, right. He was supposed to study abroad in England. Should have figured it out. He knows some English. Her English doesn't rattle you at all, does it? Nor you. You're clearly been paying attention in your English classes, Ryonosuke. Is this a joke? The court thanks the beautiful lady for taking the stand. Now, can I get your number? If it may trouble you to confirm something, Miss Brad. Brat. It's like brat. She's a brat. 3 days ago, at a restaurant called La Carnaval, a grim murder took place. The court has been led to believe that you were dining there with the victim, Dr. Watson. Should I call him Watson? At the time. I think so. It's an original. Is that correct? I may forget about it. Is it the same thing over and over, I wonder? I wish I could skip it, but I can't. Even pressing button doesn't work. She says yes. This console takes some time. This could take some time. Yeah, I mean, and cases are already damn lengthy in this game. So even though she's studying here in Japan, she can't speak any Japanese. No, I don't see logic in that. Yeah, what the hell? How is she studying? You are supposed to know at least some language. Actually, even basic language may not help you in studying. You still have to have some specific knowledge too. What? She'd like to apologize for disappearing from the scene. She says that she was due to make a presentation at the university, so she had to leave immediately. What? That doesn't make sense. Didn't you say you removed her? Pretty sure he said that. It wasn't her leaving. Interesting, when you are the one who engineered her escape. Exactly. I was just following special orders from the bureau. Then why is she... That makes no sense. Well now, dear lady, would you be so kind as to cast your eyes over this photographic print, please? Seeing as you were so unfortunately present at the scene of the crime, could it be that your resplendent eyes could sight of the wicked perpetrator, perhaps? Hmm? Maybe? No? Apparently it was a very frightening and sorrowful sight. So she did witness it. Do you mean to say... Yes, it would appear the lady did witness the crime. The very moment when the accused standing right there in this court shot the victim in court blood? Oh wait, it's Honosaka saying that, so... But I'm not rephrasing it. Damn, that dress is fabulous. How do you sit on that? Order! Order in court! Did you hear that, Your Excellency? Here we have an absolutely exclusive witness statement. Well, it looks like it's clear now. Clear who our real enemy is. Eh? Her? Let's behead her or something. Unfortunately, I will have to ask you to formally testify, if you please. Kindly tell the court the exact nature of this frightening and sorrowful sight you described. Let's see. A frightening and sorrowful sight. Oh no, that's gonna take forever. I swear, she knows English, and at some point we will find it out and she will speak herself. I know it! It's always like this. I had arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Watson that day. The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself only a beefsteak. Interesting. Ladies eating a beefsteak. I mean, kind of surprising. I mean, I would go for one, but that's me. But she looks quite petite. Petite or petite? Petite. Yeah. So, okay. After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor and they got into a fierce argument. Then, not long afterwards, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes. I don't carry a gun myself, so obviously I couldn't have been the culprit. This is... I can't with this. Yes! I can't! I have to remake that video with yes coming from Ryunosuke. It just has to be done. No! I didn't have any kind of argument with the professor at all.
Objection!
Objection! Quiet, you filthy wretch! Look at you, you black-hearted blackguard! And look at this Snow White angel! I'm sure even a dark-minded scoundrel like you can imagine those whose words the court is going to believe. So you're gonna judge the words, judge people only by their looks? Are you fucking kidding me? You're still making the same mistakes, Ryunosuke. You mustn't blurt out when you're goaded like that. That's a lesson you need to learn. But he's so annoying. He is. Of course. I was at the scene as well. I took statements from this lady and the two witnesses who testified before and reported back to the bureau. It was decided that Miss Pratt was not involved, so I let her go. No, you were ordered to let her go. The testimonies of the last two witnesses were completely worthless, however. Well, even so. On the day in question, the lady was wearing the same outfit as she is today. Strange. Ladies like to change their outfits. As you can see, there is nowhere about her person where she could conceal a firearm. Are you kidding me? There's lots of spots, like her butt, her damn... What is that even? You can call it a hat? I would think she could hide a gun almost anywhere in that outfit if she wanted to. Exactly. Yeah, unless and until the precise location where the witness is to have hidden a weapon can be shown. This is moot. I can show you. Maybe. There is no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. There are no witnesses' own... those are the witnesses' own words on the matter. That's ridiculous. If only I was allowed to lift her up. Lift up her dress, I could prove it. Oh my god, dude. Did you just say that? Don't think about doing anything rash with Ryunosuke. Yeah, please. But I didn't fire the gun I picked up. There must have been another gun there that day. So there were two guns? I was assuming that that gun was something like, destruction. It was made for him to pick it up. And someone else fired another gun from behind or something. So everyone, in the hiding. So yeah, everyone will think it's Ryunosuke because he was holding the gun and open. I guess. You're right about that. Which means this lady was hiding a gun somewhere. Yes, that's what we have to prove now. And to do so, we will need to pull her testimony apart. You bitch! What a bitch! Did you see that? The defense may now cross-examine the witness. Oh, yes, Your Excellency. Let's do that. Actually, I don't know. I had arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Doctor. I guess we will have to press on everything.
Yes!
Yes. After 2 p.m. in fact. That's really quite a late lunch, isn't it?
Attention!
You shut up. No one asked you. You don't keep up with the latest fashions from Britain, do you? Late luncheons are in vogue. Isn't that right? No. A decisive English no has quite a stink to it. What do you mean? I bet it's a man. Why is she hiding her face and all? The gentlewoman is currently working in the victim's research laboratory, it seems. So it was apparently a daily occurrence that they would lunch together. Oh, okay. But on the day in question, the victim had another appointment at the clinic first. Yes, which we can prove from the medical report card that was submitted as evidence earlier. So, that's right. I mean, doesn't really prove anything. They still could, even if he didn't plan to eat, they could still meet up to talk over something. Miss Bratt and the victim went to lunch following the victim's treatment, which is why it was so late. Yes, that all makes perfect sense. It's such a wonderful logic. What a shining example of English intelligence this fine gentlewoman is. So you both arrived at the restaurant. What happened next? The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself only a beef steak.
Yes!
He was unable to eat, you say? And that was because he just had a tooth removed at Hoda Clinic, correct? That's right. You're supposed to actually check with the witness before answering. Was Miss Bratt aware of that fact? It seems so, yes. She'd heard that Professor was to have some dental treatment. So that would mean that it was you who ate the steak pictured here. Is that right, Miss Bratt? That's right, yes. The print you have there shows the table exactly as it was left after the horrifying events. Exactly as it was left? Dear me, what a harrowing experience. To have traveled to a distant land on the far side of the world and be embroiled in such a tragic incident. Have no fear, my dear lady. I swear I will crush the evil fiend that has subjected you to this terrible plight. Dude, she's not giving you anything. No, don't even try. So the victim, Dr. Watson, had nothing to eat or drink at all. That's right, the other man. Other than some carbonated water. Just water? I mean, where's the water? There's only one glass. Yes, the professor was unable to eat, but he had been given permission to drink water. So it appears that the diners toasted their lunch with a glass of water each. Where's the second glass? I mean, it could have fallen after the incident because it is after the incident. They each raised a glass of carbonated water. What do you think, Ryunosuke, about the witness's last statement? It's very meaningful, I think. but I'm not sure how it's meaningful. That last statement of yours, Miss Brett, was a profound bearing on this case. Well, how fascinating. Do tell us, what is this profound bearing? Yeah. The significance of the statement will become apparent when the time is right. The defense calls for the witness's last statement to be formally added to the testimony. Aha! Well, sidestepped counsel. Very well, Miss Brett. Kindly repeat what you just said to be added to your official testimony. Gladly. Gladly, she said. That was brilliant, Kazuma. That was brilliant, Kazuma. I'm going to remember that one. Which one? The significance will become apparent when the time is right. I could really use that phrase. He's so pissed at me. I hope there are some more useful tips you're picking up from this experience than that, Ryunosuke. Like, everything! I'm picking up everything! Don't be mad at me! I think we need to present how do I wait, backwater. Okay. Here. Present.
Yes!
There's only one glass there, so that's it. Let me just confirm something, please. It's to do with this photographic print. Just a short while ago, you spoke of this print showing the victim's table at the crime scene. That it was exactly as it was left. That is correct, the lady says. Well, it's odd, very odd. Dear me, what's odd is the defense's inability to express itself. I'm just a kid, give me a break, you Ryunosuke, what is it about the print that looks odd to you? The glass? Well, obviously it is. It's the cheers. The cheers? Miss Brett just told us that she and the professor said cheers over a glass of water. But if that's true, there should be 2 glasses on the table, not 1. You're quite right, Counsel. There's only 1 glass picture here. It could have been fallen on the floor. Are we supposed to be impressed by this nitpicking of minutiae? What possible difference does the presence or absence of a glass make on the case? I have no idea.
Objection!
I have no idea. Minutiae, you say? Could it be that the detective here removed the glass from the table to conceal the lady's presence? Conceal, not conceal. Yes, but we already know that he did that. Of course not. I would never do something so reckless. But you literally said that you did! He did try to conceal her presence. What? But there should have been 2 glasses on the table. Or are you going to try to tell me you can clink with only 1? He probably drank from the bottle or something. You're quite right. I certainly took 2 glasses to the table. Inspector, what did the lady say? It would seem that it was Miss Brad who took the glass from the table. Oh. What? Why did she do that? To conceal her own presence, of course. Because she didn't want them to know she was there. It was all terrifying, everything that happened. So I brought a glass of water with me. Yeah, right. I panicked and thought I should try to hide the fact that I'd been there at all, she's saying. Good gracious. Sorry. She believes if she's just smiling, everyone is gonna be flattered or something. There, as I assured the court before, this is no consequence at all. Yeah, at least one did, so it works. Oh, please. You must remember that this student had just murdered this lady's luncheon companion before her very eyes. That's why she needed a glass of water with her. Yeah. Who could blame her for concealing a glass or two in her state of disarray? And why didn't she take the bottle? That's absurd. Oh, really? So, do we take it that you are now going to accuse this vulnerable, young and beautiful woman of mischief? Yeah? What? No! This can't be put down to mischief. What? What does it mean? I'd like to know exactly how the lady took the glass from the scene. What do you mean? How? She just, stretched out her hand, her fingers hugged the glass, and she moved it from the table. It would seem that she slipped it into a small handbag. She was scared. You just said you had nowhere to hide a gun. Oh, you bitch. We just cracked you. A handbag? I'm sorry. A handbag, you say? Okay. Yes, Your Excellency. A small handheld pouch, commonly carried by well-to-do women in England. Only England? You guys don't have... Okay. So the beautiful lady has very graciously explained how and why she removed the glass from the scene now. However, the fact remains that this glass has absolutely no bearing in the case. You fucktard. Are you blind? Are you stupid? I'm gonna show you the truth. This student has been trying to confuse the court with logical reasoning, but in the end it comes to nothing. I'm gonna end this man's career right now. No more pretentious accusations. You have wasted enough time already. Let's see. Indeed, the lady has offered a satisfactory explanation as to why she removed this glass. I think, henceforth, we can consider the matter to have no bearing on the case. Counsel for the defense, are you in agreement? No! Well, I don't know, really. Are you... Please, Dragonovsky, wake up. Don't sleep. It's a court. For your life. If you want to pursue this matter further, you're going to need to show that it has some deeper significance. Yes, you're right. So she took the glass away in her handbag. If there's a deeper significance there, it is. The handbag is damn important here. Wait! The lady put the glass in her handbag, you say? Yes. Do try to keep up. It's already been explained to the court that all English gentlewomen carry handbags for small items. Let me see. A little while ago, Miss Brett stated the following. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. But what she forgot to mention was her handbag, in which it would be perfectly possible to conceal a gun. You're right. Well done, partner. I had a feeling you'd pick up on that too. I'm smart. What are you insinuating, you vile blackguard? Blackguard? Blackguard. It's really very simple. The gunshot was heard when the defendant picked up the gun from the restaurant floor. As he didn't fire that gun, we can deduce there must have been another firearm at the scene. The true murder weapon, if you will. You can't seriously be suggesting Inspector Hosonaga. Yes. Did you or did you not search Miss Jessalyn Brett's handbag on the day of the murder? I assume he didn't even know she had one, or what? She probably hid it in her backside or something. No, sir, I did not. As I thought. In other words, another gun. The one that was actually used to kill the professor. Could have been hidden in Miss Brett's handbag. Yeah, but now we have to prove it. Somehow. No! Order! What is the meaning of this, Inspector? The meaning of what, Prosecutor Auchi? Why on earth did you not have the lady open her handbag and show you the contents of the time? Contents of the time. That would be a lot. Thanks to your bungling incompetence, now she has to endure these uncomfortable accusations. Brilliant work, partner. Now we have a chance to expose the real woman behind the mask. Do you think so, Kazuma? Yeah, I guess. Oh, now he's feeling... Oh, stop pretending you... Well, what a sorry situation. Clearly you have no faith in the police. As I said, I did not search the lady's handbag after the shooting. Simply because it was unnecessary. Unnecessary in what way? I ought to thank the student lawyer, really. I have a piece of evidence here that I had completely forgotten about. Oh, how convenient! Oh, she left the handbag ad there. Wait, what? So handbag is there. Bring it up so we can see what's inside this photographic print. Oh, so it's like, I see. There still can be a secret compartment in that bag. So this print is of a photograph that I thought would be prudent to take immediately after the shooting. As you can see, it clearly shows Miss Brett's handbag. Well, I never. Can you see the right? You can see the right through to what's inside. Can I still take a look at the bag? Please? That's right. Apparently, meshwork. Meshwork bags like these are the height of fashion in London at the moment. Never heard of those. So stupid to me. So the contents are clearly visible. Exactly. So there was no need to search the lady's handbag. If there had been a gun inside, it would have been immediately obvious. I mean, obviously, you do not put a gun in such a bag. There must be a secret compartment that you can't see the contents of. So, you must be fucking stupid, really. I can't believe detectives can be so stupid. As you can see, there's nothing to imply Miss Brett's guilt there. I mean, they're probably working together or something, so... Of course, he's trying to conceal. I hate that look! I'm gonna punch you in the face, woman! Thank you for helping to prove that, Naruhodo-san. Oh, you just wait. Don't sleep. Order! Inspector Hosonaga, you will submit that print as evidence at once. Certainly, Your Excellency. Okay, photograph taken by Hosonaga-san after the incident occurred. It shows Miss Bright's handbag on a chair by the victim's table. I need to check it more thoroughly. I think you have had long enough to cross-examine the witness counsel. Excuse me? I'm not done yet. Oh, wait. I pressed the wrong button. As the photographic print just submitted into the court record appears to have no further significance, I am satisfied that there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling. Indeed, and there is only one logical conclusion. That the pathetic rookie slumped over the bench before us is the only possible perpetrator in this crime. No. Just when I thought I was beginning to turn things around. I'm in the worst situation than I was in the start. Well, not really. Oh, Kazuma seems to be upset too. Kazuma? Is he sleeping? I'm sorry, Ryunosuke. What? No! Now that the cross-examination of the witness is over, there is no way to force the trial to continue. What? He must be just tricking me. He wants me to start doing things, not him. What? You mean this is it? I must say, you put up quite a fight for a rookie student, but the weak are meat, while the strong eat. You are wasting your time. There is no way to defeat true justice. I mean, it's not a waste of time when it's a question of life. You might as well just try. In fact, you can chew on to your heart's content from the inside of your cell. That was not cool, dude. This can't be happening. Am I really going to be found guilty of a crime that I didn't commit? No. And Kazuma. His dream of going to study in Great Britain will slip through his fingers. I don't trust him. Like, he must be doing all this on purpose. Kazuma. What? Is there really no chance now of turning this trial around? You heard the judge. There's nothing about that last photograph the detective produced that we can contest, which means there's no basis on which we can argue for the trial to continue. Very well. I will now proceed immediately to the ruling. It seems we will be able to report to the British government on time after all. Didn't we already get late? That smug little... Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Having considered all of the evidence placed before me... Wait! Your Excellency. Ryunosuke. I don't think you can rule on this case yet.
Objection!
This amateurishness is getting tedious. When His Excellency deems that the trial is over, he gives his ruling. This is the most basic protocol of the court.
Yes!
Yes, but... Your Excellency, just a moment ago you said this. As the photographic print just submitted appears to have no further significance, there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling. Now, that means that if there was a problem with the evidence, some significant detail, then ruling on this case at this time would be out of the question.
Objection!
This is blatant straw clutching. Look at this photographic print. All it shows is the backhand that the gentleman was carrying on the day in question. There can be no problem with this evidence. You better know what you're doing, Ryunosuke. We were almost... I was almost... Not that... This is like last chance, so... I understand your objection, Counsel. Certainly the new evidence submitted by the detective has not undergone the court's scrutiny. However, I fail to see how we can glean any new information from this handbag. I want to see this handbag with my own eyes. My thoughts exactly. Really, the prosecution is becoming tired of this rookie's desperate wheezes. You shut up. Yes, I'm desperate, but this isn't a wheeze. There's something about this photograph which just doesn't seem right. The tattoo? He can have a tattoo. Very well. I will grant the defense one final opportunity. What? But be warned that if I am unsatisfied by your response here, the trial will be over with immediate... Wait, what? I need to say... But the truth is, I think I can still make mistakes, right? As long as I have lives or whatever you can call it. Do I make myself clear? Kinda. Yes, Your Excellency. So, take another look at the photographic print Inspector Hosonaga submitted before. You will identify for the court where is this print. We see in this print we see the significant detail in which you have alluded. God, I can't read. I have no idea, but maybe this.
Yes!
I probably... Look at this here. Since the music continues, I assume I was wrong. There's a very unusual mark on the victim's wrist. That is true. It looks almost like a burn of some description. Huh.
Objection!
Dear me, I was pondering what new piffling would come out with. A burn, you say? Wait, can't under the wrist? Can't the guns inflict burns on the hand? I think I heard something like that. Clearly that has nothing whatsoever to do with this magnificent lady handbag, ladies. Yeah, sure. Yes, that is a burn mark, you're right. Go on, Inspector. The police coroner also noticed it when he was performing the post-mortem examination. It was deemed unrelated to the cause of death, so he did note it in his report. What? I don't understand. Like, everything should be noted, no? What did I tell you? In any case, we have no idea when the victim suffered this burn, do we? And no possible way of knowing either. It looks like a bull's head, to be honest. The more I look at it, the more I find myself intrigued by the curious shape of this mark. However, as Prosecutor Auchi points out, unless a firm connection to the case can be shown, I cannot allow any further time to be spent on the precise details of this burn. So, what, was I wrong or something? Excuse me, Your Excellency. It would seem Miss Brad has a lunch appointment with the Dean and other university staff. Another lunch. Are you gonna kill more people? She would like to know if she may be excused from the stand now. No, woman, that's not how it works. It's a fucking court. You can't just go on the lunch. Oh, of course, dear lady. We shan't hold you up any longer. Shut up, no one asked you. I'm quite sure His Excellency is about to give his final ruling anyway. What's your thinking on this, Ryunosuke? Do you believe this burn does have something to do with the case? To be honest, I'm not really sure. But if I don't keep pushing, then it's over. So I was thinking I could keep digging and digging in the hope that I might uncover something useful. Yes, that's how you do the job. Just don't stop. Yes, you're right. I am? If we can just link that burn to the case, if we can do that, we might be able to prise this shut-in door back open again. Just give up, Counsel. You can't possibly hope to do that. Indeed. I'm afraid that without evidence, I can't allow you to pursue what is little more than conjecture. But if we had evidence that irrefutably linked the burn on the victim's wrist to the case, then you would allow it? I would, yes. To tell the truth, I had noticed that burn. But as soon as you pointed it out, what I did notice was the color draining from Miss Brett's face. Really? I have to find some link between that burn and the case. This is the moment of truth. It's time to find some evidence that proves what that burn really means. So then, the defense will now present its evidence to the court. The evidence that demonstrates, an inextricable connection between the victim's burn and this trial. Fuck, I have no idea. There! Look at that! I see it.
Yes!
What's this, Consul? Yet another print? Well, you've seen that one. Yes, Your Excellency. I believe photographic prints are an amazing invention. Wait, did he have this... What is this on his hand? Did he have it before? I think he didn't. Is that a glitch? When we humans look at the scene, we miss things. But in the photograph, things we may have overlooked at the time we recorded forevermore. Eh? Do hurry up, rookie. What are you trying to say? To inconvenience this poor lady any further really would be quite inexcusable. Actually, we may need you to stay with us a little longer, if you don't mind, Miss Pratt. You see, it's very clearly visible in this other photograph. How did the victim come to have that unusually shaped burn on his wrist? The reason is recorded here forevermore. What? How?
Objection!
You can't fool me with your little bluffs, boy. If that's your game, but let's see how it plays out. Show the court exactly what you mean. Well, easy peasy. I'll show you. It's right there. Wait, how do I...
Yes!
The beefsteak? Actually, the point is the meal plate the steak was served on. Yeah, he literally was sitting there next to the steak for some reason in the photo. Why would he be... I don't understand. Your Excellency, are you alright? As you can see, there is an emblem on the plate. I would guess it's some sort of trademark of La Carnival. Ugh. You must be blind, dude. This emblem on the plate and the victim's burn are exactly the same shape. Yunosuke, you genius! I know. You are spot on. Which means the victim must have suffered this burn while he was present at the restaurant. Okay.
Objection!
How's it gonna help us anyway? but even if that is the case, we can't know if it's happened on the day in question or not. It could have been the day before or the day before that, and most likely happened some other unrelated time. Well,
Objection!
Sadly, Prosecutor Ouchie, the chances of that are extremely slim. Why though? I mean, she did mention that they were having lunch there pretty much every day. So that could happen, I think. Why? The outline of the burn is clearly discernible. Such a serious injury would have caused quite a commotion in the restaurant. Wouldn't you agree, Inspector Hosonaga? I can't imagine having missed such a terrible disaster, certainly. But... I would say, looking at the picture of the wound, that it wasn't suffered very long ago. And although it's not a particularly large burn, it's extremely well defined, as the defense just pointed out. This was no mild burn, that's for sure. Can you be more specific, Inspector? Well, let's see. If the plate was at around 90 degrees centigrade, a burn like that would have taken around 3 seconds. Wow, that's actually a long time. I mean, if you feel something really hot on your hand, you react pretty much immediately. And 3 seconds is actually a very long time. It's inconceivable that the victim wouldn't have let out a scream of pain that... Yeah. I've been investigating at the restaurant for several weeks already, but I have not heard anyone scream at all. As the head waiter of La Carnival, I can testify to that without hesitation. So, could it be that he got it after he died? But you are a detective, not a waiter! I mean, yeah, yes! But he didn't work there undercover, so... There you have it, something isn't right here. As the detective said, anyone who burned them... So the victim was already dead somehow, no? Maybe when the gunshot happened, the victim already was dead. But Ryonosuke said he did talk to the victim, so he must have been alive, right? I don't know. Anyone who burned themselves on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds would scream in pain. There is no question of that. I mean, no one even hold it for 3 seconds. You would flinch right away. And yet Inspector Hosonaga never heard the professor scream. Not on that day or any before it. That's right. And the strange thing is, on the day he was shot, he didn't hear him cry out either. What are you suggesting? I mean, what if the shot is so, like, straight to the heart? Would you actually hear any scream? I don't know. But judging from the picture, he wasn't shot to the heart. It was on the right side. Well, if the prosecutor had carelessly laid his wrist on the plate for anything like 3 seconds that day, that would be beyond careless, I think, counsel. Then the rest of us in the restaurant, myself and the surgeon and the old antiques dealer, all of us would without question have heard him scream. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor Aochi? Well, yes, I suppose. So the question is, why didn't a single person that hear Dr. Watson scream? I almost don't believe it. Ryonosuke, do you think he was dead? Can it really be true? I never dreamt we'd arrive at a conclusion like this, but I'm starting to think that maybe we have been led into a terrible trap. Eh? There's only one explanation I can think of to make sense of this apparent impossibility. On the day in question, when he suffered the burn to his wrist, Dr. Wilson was already deceased. Huh? Wait. How do I present it? Huh. Enter. No man could remain silent while his wrist was burning on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds. It's clearly impossible. Apart from in one particular situation. Counsel, are you suggesting? Yes, it's only possible if the man was already dead. Already? Dead? A handbag? I'm sorry. Knowing what we know now, it's the only possible explanation. When the beefsteak was brought to Dr. Wilson's table that day, the professor was already dead. But how did you talk to him? You did talk to him. I thought he had a talk with him right before he picked up the gun. So how is this working, really? Order! Order, please! Council, explain this absurd notion at once. The victim was killed by a gunshot. I mean, are you stupid? We just basically explained everything to you. That's right. That's absolutely right, Your Excellency. This is just another ridiculous ploy by the rookie student. But clearly he has no grasp of the facts.
Objection!
Facts are just spoken. No, Prosecutor Ouchie. It's you who has no grasp of the facts. I beg your pardon. As soon as it became apparent that the victim had suffered that burn while at the restaurant, this whole case was turned upside down. Or have you not grasped that yet? Your Excellency, the court must hear from the witness again. If it's true, as we now believe that the victim was already dead before the gunshot was heard. How she did notice it! It's highly likely that Miss Brett knows something about it. Incredible! I certainly didn't anticipate this twist of events. I'm sorry to say, Miss Brett, that you will have to forget your luncheon engagement.
But, Your Excellency...
The justice system in our country may be in its infancy, but rest assured, all reasonable doubt must be dispelled before I am prepared to pass judgment. I like this judge, mostly. Thank you, Your Excellency. She does look pale, or was she always like this? I don't know. What was that smile?
Yes, of course. I mean,
I'd be delighted to help. She speaks Japanese! What a bitch, I told you. Okay. Why did you hide this from us? Especially if it helps relations between my country and yours.
Miss Brett, you speak Japanese?
Well, of course I do. I am studying in your country after all. But then, why have you been speaking through an interpreter until now? My mother tongue, the Queen's English, is the most refined and elegant language in the world. I do like English, but come on, bish. As a gentlewoman, I try to avoid speaking in your vulgar tones as much as possible. Wow! And here we are trying to be friends. Fuck off! But it seems the men in this land possess none of the chivalrous virtues of English gentlemen. So I can see that I shall have to lower myself to communicating with you, all on your own level.
Well, you are the epitome of the true English gentlewoman.
Is she though?
We are truly honored by this lavish consideration you so graciously offer to us.
I think the judge was not amused. He seems to be like a clever man most of the time. I see. In that case, Miss Brad, I will now ask you to testify in your own words, about the events leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Watson. So, we're finally going to hear her own words on the matter. Things are getting interesting, Ryunosuke. I can't wait to hear that testimony. the victim's death. God, I'm hungry. On a side note, unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burned his wrist like that. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. As far as I've heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot. If there's some other way a man's life can be taken without leaving a trace, please do show me. Poison? In the glass that you took with you? Eh? But of course, this country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway. That most captivating, beautiful testimony will go down in the Supreme Court's history. Thank you. Easy, does it? I hope that is the last time I will have to sully my lips with the coarse tones of your unbecoming tongue. Wow. Slap her in the face, please, someone. Quickly. Oh, forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone. I can't believe this woman. Not at all, not at all. It is a delight merely to hear you speak, dear lady. He's a simp. And it seems very clear from your testimony that this boorish talk... Okay, can we just start cross-examination because I'm done with this? The minister just... May that irritating little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible. We'll see. I'll ask for you, because you're clearly a fucking killer. Amen. Thanks? What, was that a prayer then? Well, you'll have to forgive the irritation, Miss Bratt, and put up with the cross-examination now. Yeah, you'll have to speak a little bit more, I assume. I expect you have noticed that this little bully of a student, as you put it, doesn't miss much. Yeah, you better be careful. I already see where I can pressure her. At least I think so. Yeah, we know, yeah, you will, start the ruling, yeah, do the ruling, whatever. Start, I want to eat, I'm hungry. What is that? Uh-huh. I believe she even moves when she says the line where I want to pressure her. Here. Uh-huh. Press.
Yes!
Without leaving a trace? If someone is shot or strangled or stabbed or thrown from a height, however a person's life is taken, there are always telltale traces on the body. Quite right, dear lady. And as our police force has thoroughly examined the body of the deceased, there can be no doubt. Is that right, Prosecutor Hosonaga? As I've said, I always aim for the flawless investigation. There would be physical traces with all those causes of death, that's true. But there are some that do not leave any traces. But maybe there's some other way of killing someone that doesn't leave a mark. If, heaven forbid, you doubt me, young man, you're going to have to tell everyone how exactly you think the professor did lose his life. She's really pushing me here? Are you serious, woman? That's gonna be the end of your career. Otherwise, I'm afraid your argument falls. I didn't press anything back. Maybe I did.
Oh no, perish the thought. Calling such a sweet young lady's innocence into question? No, on my honor, Taketsuchi Ouchi, will cut down any you who dare cast such aspersions.
A way of killing someone that leaves no trace. We need some evidence to back us up here. Yes, evidence.
This country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway.
So, that was your hope that
Yes!
we will not figure it out, you bitch.
Inferior?
What do you mean by that?
In the lens of the Great Britain Empire, the police stored everything found at the crime scene for later examination. But in this country, you investigate once and that's the end of it. Isn't that so?
So it makes it easier to commit a crime here, eh? That's why you came here to do that. You both are from England. What was the, the reason for it, I wonder?
Quite right. La Carnival is open for business as usual today, but just days after the incident.
Exactly. Which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction... Huh? What's that? What is that? You want to say something. It doesn't even occur to your naive detectives to try to preserve the crime scene. I think his pride was just touched. I'm trying to be as tactful about this as I can, you understand? Yeah, sure.
A killer blow. Lady is as formidable as she is beautiful.
Amazing. Is actually admitting our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Ouchi is finally starting to see sense. Not sure he actually does. I very much doubt that. Still, there's something about that Miss Brad just said. There was a moment before when something didn't seem quite right. Yeah, Hosonaga reacted to that. We need to do something about that. What do you think, Ryonosuke? I think it's going terribly. No matter how much I press her, I'm not turning up any new information. Yes, as I suspected, she's a tough witness. We need to find a way to break her testimony or the cross-examination will be over. But that would mean I have to find a way. There must be some clue somewhere to help us find a clink in her armor. Kazuma. What? There is one thing I noticed. Something that's been bothering me. And we're gonna talk about it for 30 minutes before I actually do something. Bothering you? You mean about Miss Brad? No. Actually, no. About the person standing next to her, Inspector Hosonaga. The detective? Yes. He seemed to react a little strangely to Miss Brad's last testament. I was wondering if it might be significant. If it might present an opening, maybe... Alright, I have an idea. Try pressing her on that statement one more time. If you think so, then... But this time, instead of targeting the woman herself, let's see what we can get out of the detective. How? Oh, alright then, I wonder what Kazuma thinking. I'll find out soon enough, I suppose.
Wait.
Yes! There it is again. The detective's reaction is just the same as before. Why?
Up until now, the detective has been in the stand with Miss Pratt as her interpreter. But things are very different now. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the English woman has to say. This could be a golden opportunity. What do you mean? When people are actually testifying, they're usually very careful not to let anything slip. However, when they're listening to someone else speak, you'll find they often let their guard down. You're right. Look at him. He's lost in his own thoughts. It's time to pursue the man and his train of thought. I'll explain how to do it now, Ryunosuke. It's all to do with the witness marker. Pursue. Excuse me. What the? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to shock you. He really was lost in his thoughts deeply. It looked like you were thinking something just now, Inspector. Perhaps haven't heard what the lady next to you had to say? If there's something you'd like to say, please share it with the court. What is the meaning of this? No one asked you. It's the delightful English woman who's testifying at the moment. If you can't find fault with her testimony, then the cross-examination should be over immediately. Dude, just earlier we cross-examined 2 people at the same time. So why can't we now? Shut up. Oh, is that how it works? Absolutely not. Okay. The detective is in the stand, which makes him a witness. Valid? Yes. Yes! Not to mention the fact that he's immediately involved in the case. True. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes. Do you have something to add in relation to the statement just made by Miss Pratt? Well, yes. If you don't mind, I would like to speak. The lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain. Which is why I, Satoru Hosonaga, always strive to make every investigation I am involved in flawless. What do you really mean by that? I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. I'm not afraid to take everything I can from the scene of the crime. It's preserving evidence, you see. Then show every evidence you preserved, you bitch. I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done. A crime scene thief. Well, it looks like the lady's remarks touched a nerve there. Take this, for example. I wonder if he drank from it and that's why he feels so bad. I bet it's poisoned. Is that? This is the bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim's table on the day in question. And yes, it's lost all of its fizz, having been opened 3 days ago now, but it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, there's some left in the bottle, I can see it. One day our police force will be among the best in the world. The time is coming, I guarantee it.
I can't say I condone the witness's actions, but I do understand the sentiment. The court will accept the glass bottle of water as evidence. Now, how are we gonna test if it has poison? We'll make her drink that. Like, if she will say no, we know she knows there's poison. Miss Brad, can you confirm that this is indeed the bottle from which you drank on the day of the victim's death? Oh, she could say no. It will be over. Yes, it was that bottle. What was that about? She seemed to avert her eyes when she answered the judge's question. Very well. Counsel, you may resume the cross-examination. And the inspector will kindly control his fervor? Wait. Carbonated water the victim and Miss Brad shared on the day of the murder. It was on the victim's table. Examine. The label is written in a foreign language that I don't recognize. Do you know what it says, Kazuma? I think it's French. This must be very expensive water. Yes, but what does it say? That's what I was asking. Then go to France and ask. You could just say that you don't know.
Yes!
I guess he just does.
Yes!
What is this? The bottle of water? Actually, there is one method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to mind. Yep. Thanks for helping me, woman. It was actually you who led me on this. Obviously, I'm referring to poison. Poison? On the day of his death, we know that Dr. Watson drank from this bottle of carbonated water. Could it be that there was poison inside? If it was there... Look how Detective has also reacted. I bet he drank from the water because he's not feeling well. I wonder, how he did die, though. Could it be that the professor actually died after taking a sip from his glass? Order! And on that day, who was sitting at the same table as the professor and able to slip the poison into his drink? There's only one person, who could possibly have done it. Jesline Brad. It was you! This is outrageous! To suggest such a thing without a scrap of evidence! Well, what who drank the water? We will know for sure. You little rookie imbecile. Have you even considered the delicate situation our country finds itself in now? Have you forgotten that we have only just signed an accord of friendship with the British Empire? Have you even the vaguest inkling that your rash accusations could jeopardize the entire treaty? This is not a political arena. This is a trial to determine one individual's guilt with respect to one crime. What? Why? The fact that this woman is British makes no difference. We are here to determine the truth. Ahem. If I may. I will silence you forever for this. Who? Shut up! Shut up! It is you who should be silent. Of course. Dear lady! Where did that come from? She just snapped. Because we're close.
I am afraid I may have spoken unfairly before. I offer my most humble apologies. Apologies.
Sorry, my lady. To what are you referring?
I describe your police force as inferior. But no matter how inferior they may be, you still investigated this particular point thoroughly, I believe. The bottle, I mean, Inspector. And whether it contained poison or not.
Of course.
You did?
Have you forgotten that my guiding principle is already?
What guiding?
I mean, you didn't even tell us about that?
Why?
I strive for a flawless investigation every time.
I don't believe it.
Naturally, we tested the inside of the bottle and its contents. Are you telling me there's no poison? And what did you find, Inspector? I ordered tests for every toxin that's available in this country at the present time. We could find no trace of poison of any description in the bottle of carbonated water, Your Excellency.
What?
Are you sure? The tests were meticulously carried out by the Chief Colonel himself.
No.
No! Maybe it's some kind of poison that's not known here or something. She literally said, you guys are like cavemen compared to England.
I'm very grateful to all you Japanese. You've successfully established my complete innocence in this horrid affair. Thank you.
But of course, dear lady, the pleasure was all ours. Bitch. I was so sure. This can't be right. If there's no poison, let her drink the bottle, please. Just force her. Everything falls into place if he was poisoned. Thank you, Counsel. I think that cross-examination has clarified everything. As the prosecution have asserted, a shot to the chest from this gun is the only conceivable cause of death. Furthermore, the accused, who by his own admission was holding this weapon, is the only possible culprit.
I'm done for.
The court wishes to apologize for the great inconvenience this has caused you, Miss Brad.
Oh no, I'm just glad the matter is resolved.
Before proceeding, I must ask the counsel for the defense, do you have any further new evidence to present the court at this point?
Me? Kazuma?
I'm sorry, Ryunosuke, I have nothing more. Well, you're not very helping now.
Well, if you'll excuse me now, I really must be leaving.
Huh? Someone new? Must be that girl. Hey!
Please, wait.
Isn't that... What is the meaning of this?
Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency.
Susato Mikotoba. Judicial assistant to the defense. I probably pronounced it wrong, so sorry. Mikotoba. In my darkest hour, with nowhere left to go, she appeared like a bolt of lightning. Did you fall in love? And in her hand she carried a small package wrapped in the furoshiki cloth. No, you couldn't have done that to me. No. Though actually I'm very, very hungry, so I guess it's actually a good point. So let's call it a day. I can't wait to see more, but yeah.
I guess not today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next part, whenever it's gonna be. Bye.